Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Food, Wine, and Whiskey in Your Own Backyard. I am Rob, your host, and with me on this episode is Carter, as he is on most episodes. This one, just want to let you all know, we're kind of jumping into an episode where the conversation shifted. We were doing a live, and the conversation shifted to Thanksgiving. And I've kind of cut that part out of our live and thought it would be a good episode on the podcast. So we're going to jump right into Carter and I having a conversation on Thanksgiving, kind of what it means to us, you know, how important it is, kind of where we think it ranks as far as holidays, you know, just what it encompasses as far as food and wine and the drink and family and friends and traditions and things like that. So without further ado, let's jump right into the episode. We're going to start talking about some Thanksgiving, and that holiday's around the corner, and just we have all kinds of thoughts and questions on kind of what that holiday is all about. Not getting serious, just kind of as people and families and groups and gatherings, what we like about Thanksgiving, because I think it's one of those holidays that is up there as far as when you ask people what's your favorite holiday. It ranks pretty high.
It is my favorite holiday.
It's absolutely your favorite.
Yeah. Columbus Day ranks second, but this is first.
I mean, it's kind of, Columbus Day, kind of hard not to put this one up there a little bit because you get all kinds of good food. Mm-hmm. You got football on TV. You got wine and whiskey and cocktails if you want to make cocktails. You got all kinds of things you can be doing.
Family.
So, well, okay, I guess that's important.
To some.
I mean, I'm ranking, so I'm kind of going in order.
Okay, so to me, though, and because it is my favorite holiday, I like to, it's my favorite holiday to cook for. And me just...
Not be cooked for, you like to cook.
I love it.
Okay.
I love taking the reins, taking over Thanksgiving. You know, I've got things that I like. I change it up sometimes, but there's kind of some staples to me.
Okay. What are they?
Appetizer wise, that's kind of more of a wild card.
Okay, let's start there. To me, it's important that when you celebrate Thanksgiving, it's not just come for the dinner and then you leave. You know, have dinner and leave. To me, it's kind of an all-day thing. And I don't. There's no right or wrong answer, but to me, dinner shouldn't be eaten until at least about 3 p.m. But you should show up about 11 in the morning for that first football game. And what you were getting at, there should be some appetizers ready to be had.
I agree. In fact, we're on the same page there. Okay. Because, to me, if you eat before 3 o'clock in the afternoon, like your main dinner or whatever, this is... I mean, you're not doing it right. You know, you got to draw this thing out to an all-day affair, you know? Now, I mean, and sometimes in my family, it's been like, particularly when we were younger, we'd have kind of the appetizer course, the hanging out course. The adults at the time when I was younger, you know, had alcohol, watching football and all that kind of stuff. You get in the backyard, you throw the football around a little bit, you know, like a lot of different things like that. Then you'd finally get to the main course, you know, eating the turkey and the sides and everything like that. And then you like kind of hang around the rest of the day and wait till that dessert course finally happens. Which
I'm waiting for you to get to the best part.
Yeah, what's that?
Leftovers.
Oh, well, I've got very specific thoughts on that. So
that's why I say you got to eat no later than 3 o'clock, because even if you eat at 3, by 8 or 9 that night, you're ready for, whatever your favorite leftover is with Thanksgiving, you're ready for it.
Oh, yeah. And like one of the things I'd say about like leftovers, there's kind of a classic for me, and then there's a new favorite for me.
Okay.
But let's get into that later.
Okay.
Let's kind of talk about the appetizer courses and things like that. What do you like to have?
Well, my kids will tell you for Thanksgiving, before Thanksgiving, like that week of, and especially on Thanksgiving, but that's kind of the kickoff. From that point going forward, we need to have the Chex Mix. And
Okay.
that's just a staple for my kids and my wife, that they know when we get to this time of year. My daughter's already been asking, we need to get ready to start making the Chex Mix.
Okay,
And
so
they
you
know.
make it. You don't.
Homemade.
That's not a store-bought version or anything like that.
Make it, melt the butter, all the seasoning, toast it with the corn Chex, rice Chex, wheat Chex, pretzels, pecans, all of that in there, and make it homemade.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, I'm a huge fan of that just in general. Like, just sitting around drinking whiskey, as we've talked about before, like drinking whiskey, goes great with snack food. Mm-hmm. Chex Mix and like trail mix and stuff like that are awesome like that. And I would absolutely eat that during Thanksgiving. However, I tend to get a little fancy when it comes to Thanksgiving.
Do you really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So one of the things that I really, really like, and it's become like one of the staple items, is a bacon wrap goat cheese stuffed date.
Man, you do go high tech. To me, Thanksgiving's not that high tech, dude. It's simple. It's easy to grab. It's easy to eat.
Dude,
it's
I like
easy
to get
make.
chefy. I mean, like, what can I say? I just like to get chefy on Thanksgiving.
Well, make sure we get invited, because I'll eat your chefy food.
Hey, I know you're out of town this year, but I am actually going to be in Houston now.
Yeah, your parents are coming in, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. So that's one that we've done recently.
But let me ask you this. When you think of Thanksgiving, is there like I said, for me, it's Chex Mix. That's what I think of as a snack, appetizer, whatever you want to call that, for Thanksgiving. Is there a dish that you have on Thanksgiving for an appetizer that every year it's going to be present?
This could go for Thanksgiving or Christmas,
Okay.
but like just artisan cheeses and like,
You guys are uppity, man.
hey, dude, like I spent my life in Po Folk, Alabama. Like now I have a little bit of a scratch on me. I'm gonna do it up right, But like some nice cheeses, some nice meats, things like that.
Some
now
nice what? Cheeses
and meats.
That's what she
Yeah, that is. But like what I'll also say, like another favorite that I've had, and I make it once in a while, is like pimento cheese. Like as a pimento cheese spread and like and some crackers and things like that. That's something that's oftentimes a staple.
I'm a huge fan of pimento cheese. Never thought about it for Thanksgiving.
I think
me-
it's just a southern, it's a southern staple that's like there a lot, and I'm from the South.
To me, it kicks off kind of in April with the Masters, because they're traditionally known for.
Oh yeah, the
Pimento
pimento
cheese,
cheese
yeah.
and the pimento cheese sandwiches.
And then I kind of go through fall, and then it kind of goes away until the Masters again. But I do love pimento cheese, and I will say we had some friends over the other night who mentioned to me, and I'd never done this before, was to take those candied jalapenos that you can get in a jar that you might put over cream cheese as a little dip, and put that on a pimento cheese sandwich, and they said it's freaking awesome.
Oh yeah. Well, it's also really good on cream cheese, and that is oftentimes a favorite. That or like a pepper jelly or something like that on top of cream cheese.
Okay, here's a question for you. I know we're talking about kind of appetizers, and it doesn't sound like we have a whole lot. I mean, we're kind of the same way. We put out all kinds of cheeses and snacks and crackers, and Chex Mix is always there, but it's just kind of easy finger foods. Might be pigs in a blanket or some meatballs in the crock pot or something like that people can just put on a plate and kind of enjoy the first football game.
We do like a pastry cup with a brie bite
Again,
inside of
pastry,
it
brie
and cranberry preserve on it.
This guy's high tech. Okay, you're high class, man.
Hey, what can I say? I try. Well, here's the other thing, I always find it to be like, and I don't know, like everybody has their own feelings and their own family and all this kind of stuff. But my parents, I have a really good relationship with my parents, and I want to treat them. I want them to have stuff that, that they don't normally get to try.
I totally get that.
And so, like I try and do it up hard.
Okay.
That's what she said.
Yep. Like real hard.
Okay, just open the door. Okay.
But But yeah, I mean that's that. I like my wife really likes like a caprese type salad. So
Really, a caprese type salad for Thanksgiving?
well, no, this is just in general. What I'm talking about is like she likes to do like a caprese like skewer with like
okay. The
with
little
like
round mozzarella?
like a little round mozzarella and some cherry tomatoes and a little piece of basil with like balsamic or something like that.
I could see that.
So that's nice little finger food.
Okay, I could definitely see that.
Now I got a question for you. though.
Fire away.
Do you watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade?
Not at all.
Okay. Do you watch the dog show afterwards?
Not at all.
Oh, dude, I got tuned in for the dog show.
Dude, it's football all day long.
Now, I will watch football, but I'll flip back when the Chow Chows come on.
Really?
Yeah, because I want to see if the Chow Chow wins, and they never do.
Are their Chow Chows always in?
Yeah. They're an AKC registered breed.
Well, okay. But I mean, to the finals where you're actually seeing them on TV.
No, I mean, I just have to watch that non-sporting group and just like, see them in there.
Oh, okay.
Represent. Anyway, okay, so okay, you've got more of a basic side type thing going on. I've got a little more of a fancy side thing.
I'm the working man's kind of guy. Yeah, blue collar,
like
you're white
Detroit,
collar.
Rock City. You know that. I'm more like the bougie.
Embezzlement. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's kind of what I was, going for there.
All right, cool. Whatever.
So this is going to be interesting to ask you this next question. Do you have I'm going to encompass the whole kind of weekend for Thanksgiving. Do you guys have a family tradition that you enjoy doing every year?
Yeah, actually, it kind of depends on where it's held. As my parents have gotten a little bit, like older, like we've found ourselves coming over to their part of the world, which is in Alabama, L.A., lower Alabama.
Lower.
But we sometimes will go over there. If we go over there, a lot of times, let's say sometime during that weekend, we wind up in like Gulf Shores or Orange Beach or something like that. There's not a lot of there's a ton of crowds during the summertime down there. Great beach, all that kind of stuff. And you don't really think of the beach when you think of the holidays, but there's something kind of neat about the beach during the wintertime.
I mean, you don't have to be in the water.
No.
Just being down there by
Just
the
being
water.
Hearing the waves and all that kind of stuff.
Cool night, start a little fire on the beach.
And I'd say another tradition, if my parents come here for Thanksgiving, has been we go down to like Galveston, we go to the Galvez, we look at the Christmas lights, we'll go to the Tremont House and see their gingerbread house and all that kind of stuff. So that's also kind of a beach thing. So I guess it kind of translates both, no matter where it goes.
So, yeah, it definitely does. I don't disagree with that. And I think there's something to enjoying the beach on a cold, kind of crisp day, winter day. Not getting in the water, but just being around that kind of. I can see where that's really nice. For us, we have the tradition of, it's more after Thanksgiving that we have, our full day of food and football and drink and family all hanging out for Thanksgiving. But what I really enjoy is the day after. Typically, the ladies go shopping.
Yeah.
They go to their thing. Myself, my two brother-in-laws, our nephews, it usually ends up being about, 7 of us? Soon to be 8. My son will be 21 here pretty soon.
Hey.
But we go, and whether we're in Houston, and we haven't done it yet, but I know we're going to in the Dallas area, start hitting all of the local breweries that are open that day.
That's cool.
And that's kind of our thing. Girls go shopping, guys hit breweries.
Nice. Yeah.
A fun part of that weekend to look forward to.
I think my mom, she liked to get up and shop and do things like that, a few years back, and I think now she's kind of just gotten over it, and all that. So she's usually hanging with.
We're starting to see that too, and I think what's kind of deflated that excitement of shopping is Amazon and another.
Oh, yeah, you just
online
get it delivered to
kinda-
the house.
Yeah, shit, you order all the time, right?
Yeah, no doubt. So, yeah, and really that whole weekend like is just I can cuss on this, right?
Sure.
A shitload of fun.
Yeah.
You know, hanging out, eating a bunch, going to a brewery, maybe checking out some cool bars. You know, you're starting to get in holiday season, all that kind of stuff. Like, I love Thanksgiving. Kind of is the first big event.
Yeah, and for people who might not be listening in the United States, how would you describe? How would you kind of, if you were going to tell them how good or how special or how much you enjoy Thanksgiving, how would you describe that for people who are not in the U.S.?
It's the best holiday for me. Number one, you have all your family or you have all your friends or whomever around. The other thing that I love about Thanksgiving is no gifts. It's just about the food. It's really just about the food and the togetherness and the experience, right? I mean, Christmas is fine. Like I get into Christmas or like whatever you celebrate during the holidays. I get into all that. But when it comes to Christmas, it's like gifts and like wrapping and like all this kind of stuff. And that's fun. But like Thanksgiving is just about togetherness.
Yeah, and that's Thanksgiving, giving thanks, right? That's what it's about, and being with family, and for us, that's our big family holiday every year. When we get together, that's the one holiday, and it makes sense if you think about it, because if you have smaller kids, and we used to be in this boat, now we have our nieces and nephews who are in this boat. Christmas is hard to be that holiday where you get together because kids want to wake up and open their gifts and then play with their gifts, right? They don't want to go to grandma's house or an uncle's house or anything like that. So Thanksgiving just really makes sense. One, it's about appreciating not just your immediate family, but your friends and all the people in your life who help make your life better. But really giving thanks about everything that we have and appreciating what we have, because, here in where we are, most of us have more than most other people. So just kind of being grounded and remembering those things and appreciating those things.
Oh yeah, and any holiday that highlights food is good with me.
Well, that's important too. That's important too. So let's talk about this. Best way to eat a turkey. To me, you have three options to eat a turkey.
You do.
Fried, deep fried, peanut oil.
Yeah. Fully frozen, immersed in peanut oil.
Well, I don't know that I've ever done fully frozen. Holy cow. That water, I would think that oil would just explode.
Yeah, have you not watched those videos on YouTube?
No, I have not.
You really should.
You were saying that in jest. I did not realize that.
Oh yeah. Like that's a fire hazard.
So oven, fryer, smoked, and where do you stand on injecting your turkey?
I think if you smoke it, you have to.
You have to inject it.
Yeah.
Fry it too, I kind of think you do.
Probably.
Because you get that crust on the outside.
I will say I've never personally fried a turkey before. And I enjoy fried turkey. I think fried turkey is really good. But I've never personally enjoyed or prepared a fried turkey before. What I can say is
these Reese's are pretty good. Are you allowed to have these at your house? Are these forbidden?
That would be for just me. I can assure you.
But you can have them in the house.
Yeah, I can have them in the house. They just, they stay in a specific corner.
People are asking, "What the hell is he talking about? What am I talking about?"
Oh yeah, my wife does not like peanut butter, so she's like, "Ew, gross, peanut butter. Like, how do you like that with chocolate?" I'm like, "Dude, you're crazy.
Yeah, you're missing out.
You're crazy." But yeah, like as far as like turkeys go, I like fried turkey a lot. I think it's quite good. Do I think it's traditional turkey? No, but it's...
Well, the question is, what do you prefer? For me, it's easy. I'm an oven guy.
Me too.
I like it in the oven.
Me too.
I like smoked food. I don't mind frying some things, but I'm very traditional when it comes to Thanksgiving, and having it in the oven, having it with stuffing. That's what I want. So,
In the turkey?
stuffing, not dressing.
Okay, so you do it like a traditional, more like Midwestern.
Not Midwestern. It's just the right way to do it.
And now, see, I'm going to differ with you on this a little bit.
You can be wrong.
So I'll tell you about my turkey preparation. I'm going to let everybody know exactly what to do. And what to do is you get, I don't know if you've ever heard of Alton Brown before, but
No, I've never heard of Elton.
yeah. Well, I know you have, but like I don't know if anybody watching or listening has.
Gotcha.
Anyway, he had this show Good Eats for like, and I was a nerd about Good Eats, like absolutely freaking love Good Eats.
What did you love best about? Well, Good Eats. Okay, you're saying Good Eats. I was a bigger fan of his Elton Brown series, where he would get into the scientific part.
That's what I'm talking about. Good Eats.
Was that Good Eats? Okay,
Yeah, that was.
I'm thinking of the Good Eats that the other guy took over at one point. The, you know who I'm talking about? Who used to be on some like television hosting show or something about different kind of foods, how it was made or whatever. It was called Good Eats.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. But
Anyway.
what I'm thinking of is like where Alton Brown really broke it down. He got into the science of things, and
So what did you love best about that?
I mean,
Not getting too technical. I'm just going to be simple and tell you. What I liked a lot about that series was how he got so creative in using cameras, opening the fridge, opening
Yes.
the oven, different angles to kind
Well,
of do stuff,
well,
which made it really entertaining.
That and he made it like fun. I mean, he'd have like these characters on the show and like different things like
Yeah.
that, But like, I always found the show entertaining, and then I actually started like cooking his recipes,
Yeah.
which are overcomplicated, generally speaking. But my
fine.
Thanksgiving go-to turkey recipe is the Alton Brown turkey. He does
Look at the sediment in there.
I know, it's crazy, man. That's really, it's like somebody crumbled up an Oreo in there.
Yeah.
But one thing that I learned from that recipe, and that's the recipe I generally follow, I've made some tweaks over the years on it, is the brining of the turkey is critical to making the turkey moist.
Okay, so you're saying a brine has to be done.
Yes.
Okay. I don't disagree with that. I think a brine, anytime you're doing poultry especially, should be done.
And that's one thing that I do with my turkey.
Even if it's just simple salt and sugar. You don't put herbs in, I don't care.
You don't need it to go like over the top, but
Yeah.
but that's what I like. Another thing that he does in his with his turkey is he takes like apples and onions and sage and rosemary and things like that, stuffs it into the cavity as like an aromatic, and then you put like a little bit of a liquid in there, a flavorful like combination of broth and different things like that into the cavity, and it kind of steeps through all of these herbs and the apples and things like that, and it just imparts the turkey with so much of that flavor.
I don't disagree with that.
So that's why I don't particularly do stuffing. Also, like coming from the South, we're dressing people.
I just think you're missing out on a lot of flavor.
I like stuffing. I like it. I'm not going to say that I don't like it. What I'll say is it's just not what my family did.
Fair enough. So your family had you miss out for a lot of years.
Yeah, but I've tried it since, and it's good.
But you still like dressing better.
Yeah, and my dressing is a combination of different things. I mean, it's some northern aspects with some southern aspects.
Okay, when it comes to Thanksgiving, do you have a favorite side, and do you have one that shows up every year and you wish like hell it would?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you got?
I'm partial because I like this side a lot, and
This is one you like.
and this is what I make. I always make like a corn souffle.
That's
with
interesting. Man, you guys are freaking fancy.
Yeah, man. Like you do, like corn with like some. It's got like sour cream, and it's got like a cornbread mix and things like that in it. And on top with cheese, it's just delicious, So that's like kind of like
poor people don't eat like that.
I mean,
my Lord,
it's
dude.
not expensive.
People are hearing this going, that's not freaking Thanksgiving in 99% of American households, dude. Corn souffle?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm way older than you, and I've never heard of a freaking corn souffle.
It's a corn casserole.
on
It's a fancy way to say corn casserole.
Well, stop being fancy.
Okay.
You've been being fancy this whole episode.
Okay. Well, okay, my least favorite. Oh, this is my least favorite. I really hate it.
Okay.
I'm not a green bean casserole fan.
I hate it. With the Frenchy onions on top?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather you just make me some solid green beans. I don't need all that other creamy mushroom soup and all that other crap that's in there.
I think it's okay. And I've had some versions of it that had, instead of canned green beans, fresh green beans, which gives it a better texture component. Like it's a snappy, type of thing.
Okay.
And that's better. But like the just sad, like canned green bean casserole is not my favorite.
You still haven't hit the worst side dish at a Thanksgiving dinner that every year it's there.
You should tell me.
Canned cranberries. Not good, man. It's just Jell-O out of a jar, out of a can, and they slice it up, and this is your side that goes with this really nice turkey and whatever side dishes that you have that are really nice, and you're going to dump this can out, slice it with a knife, and go, this needs to be, eaten alongside this, and it's going to complement the meal. I just think it's awful.
There's something kind of nostalgic about it for me.
My wife loves it, man. My wife loves it.
I don't mind it. Now, ever since over the past few years, I've started making my own cranberry sauce. And taking whole cranberries and orange juice and like really making like the actual cranberry sauce. It's way better. I mean, yeah, like it is.
I think if you make anything homemade, it's better than something out of a can.
But there is something like the cranberry sauce, it's spreadable. So if you have your like,
I've never seen anybody spread that, dude. I've watched a lot of people. I've never seen anybody spread that.
Yeah, but you got.
That's what she said.
Yeah, you got to have that like. You have to have like the the post Thanksgiving sandwich that has a little dressing and a little bit of a spread of cranberry sauce and that kind of stuff.
Okay,
that's.
I'll take your word for it.
Okay. Anyway, so
my favorite side is just the classic mashed potatoes. Somebody who can make them right. So
no sweet potatoes for you.
I'm not a sweet potato guy. Who the hell wants sweet potatoes, man? It's I'm going to tell you. A couple of years ago, we went up to we kind of every year we kind of rotate our Thanksgiving. So one year it's here in Houston with family. One year it's up in Dallas with family because we have a certain amount of family in each area. My niece and nephew thought it would be good because they were on this health kick to do. I think it was parsnips as your mash.
Oh, those can be good, though.
Or no, maybe it was cauliflower. It might have been cauliflower. I think it was a cauliflower mash versus a potato. And all of us got a big old helping, coming through this big thing of we thought was mashed potatoes. Got to our tables and took a bite and went, what the hell is this? And I wouldn't have been so upset had they had a pot of mashed potatoes to go alongside with it. Yeah. You just heard me say, with turkey, you want the two things I have to have is a good slice of turkey, my mashed potatoes, and a good gravy. If I don't have green beans, if I don't have anything else, I'm fine. But to have cauliflower mash, that was just awful. Sorry, Jasmine. That was very disappointing.
He's not sorry, Jasmine.
Not sorry, Jasmine. I was very disappointed that weekend because it kind of took away from experiencing that Thanksgiving meal.
All right. So, okay. So my wife would agree with you that mashed potatoes are the way to go. I personally, and now you're not going to spread gravy on this, but a little sweet potato casserole with a candied pecan on top.
Not interested.
I like that. I do like that. But when I'm going to put my gravy on top of something, I'm putting it on top of the dressing.
That's what she said.
That is. Yeah, I mean, like, to me, like the dressing with the turkey gravy, that's kind of where I get my fix on the gravy. But, and then the potatoes end up being like a sweet thing. Now, a variation that you might try sometime, and my aunt was really, shout out to my Aunt Ellen if she's on this. I don't know if she's here or not, but anyway, she used to do this like hash brown casserole.
Okay, solid.
Okay, so it's got like, bacon and like, hash brown potatoes and cheese and stuff like that. It's got like a nice crispy crust.
Any jalapenos or anything spicy?
It's got a spice aspect to it. But that was a solid. I really like that.
See that.
I really like that. It's not like a traditional dish, but like it's something that's just banging.
Okay, I get that.
But I like potatoes. Potatoes are my favorite vegetable.
Yeah. I wonder why.
Yeah. But
it's becoming clear to you and everybody listening or watching that I'm very traditional with Thanksgiving. There's not a whole lot outside the box, if you will.
Yeah, I mean the box should be large.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. But
okay. So we're kind of tying this in together. Least favorite dish. Mine would be the cranberries. I just don't eat them. I mean, I can still eat the green bean casserole.
Will you eat it like if you made the cranberry sauce yourself, would you eat it?
Well, I've never made it, so I've never eaten it because I've never made it. So, yeah.
Oh my gosh, then I'm going to make some cranberry sauce for you.
I'll let you do that.
It's so good with when you because you got like all these floating cranberries, just kind of sitting on there, and then
I've never even seen it that way. There's actual you don't mash those cranberries up so much that
you just cook them until
syrupy
until they just burst and they're like
oh wow
because inside of the cranberry is hollow. It's like it's full of air.
Okay, very cool.
So anyway,
all right. So here's a question for you.
Go.
For us, and you can tell me if you agree, I'm going to tell you that this is what we do. And do you agree? We eat our meal. We don't sit around the table. We all grab a seat where we can still watch football. Football is king on Thanksgiving Day. Is that the same for you all?
It's a good question. So we kind of have like a few tables, particularly if it's in my parents' house. So we have like the adult table, okay, and people can just kind of power through their meal fast enough just to go back to watch football. But I mean, whatever. We have kind of like a formal like sit down thing,
Sure.
and then we have like a couple of kids' tables, right?
Yeah.
I never want to live in the adult table for the rest of my life. Like, I don't ever want to graduate to that point. Like, I want to stay with, like, the younger crowd.
Why is this?
I don't know. They're just more fun. Everybody over here is more stodgy. And
really?
And like, the kid tables is where's that, Like, I don't need anything fancy, like, when it comes to, like, sitting down.
But you guys have a sit-down dinner. You sit
yeah,
at
we
tables.
sit down,
Yeah, I think we do the same thing, but we just make sure that where we set up the tables, there's a TV in view so that you can still watch football.
And like, I get that. And we have it going on. But
how you like this OES?
I'm about to get some more. It's freaking good, dude.
What is that? That's the who's that from?
That's a gift shop.
Oh, that's Brent Elliott, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's all right.
He's all right.
We hung out once.
coming over Saturday for pizza.
Yeah. By the way, we had some freaking good pizza tonight. Houston people who may be watching. It's called
listening.
E Fratelli. I think it's actually a Dallas place, but they have a couple of locations here in Houston. Holy moly, that's good pizza. Like very crackery, very thin crust, very nice.
This OESF is really tasty.
You know, I've heard they can be good.
Liking this a lot. I heard there was a group who picked one recently that should be coming out. That BTW. Have you heard anything about our picks?
No.
Okay, just wondering. Guess who I ran into at the hardware store yesterday?
Mike Rowe?
Nope.
Tim the Toolman Taylor?
Nope, but he's along those lines.
Who?
Wade Woodard.
He's
That's the bourbon mash bill man, whatever kind of thing.
Wow.
He sent me a picture of a Weller drill that he found in the store.
That's pretty funny.
You don't think I'm kidding, do you?
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe a little. Matt says, damn, Matt, the beard is sexy.
I mean, what can I say? It is sexy.
Pretty sexy. Look, I was in there at the same time as him, and he sent me that.
Tater.
Tater. Weller. I don't even know if it's a drill. It looks like a drill. What is this?
I think it is a drill. Shadow free. What does that even mean?
It doesn't. I don't know what this is, but
it's
a soldering gun.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. So, getting back on the whole Thanksgiving thing.
You fire away. What you got for me?
We got to talk desserts, bro.
There's only 3 possible answers when you talk desserts.
I feel like you're a slightly opinionated person.
I'm not. I'm a fact kind of guy.
Okay.
I'm all about the facts.
All right, let's knock over the table, Matt.
You're about to, man. That's why I told my wife I need to kind of put some flat brackets and connect these.
Yeah, dude, I just put my weight on it.
I said, Matt's going to tip these over. He's just drunk.
He's just a friggin' asshole.
Yeah. Most of the time.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
All right. Talk to me about
what
the most important dessert.
Not
of
most
your
important.
life.
There's only 3. You can pick whichever one. There's, you can have a discussion on which one's the best. But when it comes to Thanksgiving, there's only 3. There's the classic pumpkin. There's pecan, which kicks off pecan pie season.
Okay.
Which goes until the next Thanksgiving because it never ends.
Okay.
And then there's American apple.
Well,
Other than that, there's no.
I actually don't have a lot of qualms with your comments here.
Okay, perfect. We're on the same page. That doesn't happen very often.
Now, pumpkin, I can kind of take or leave it.
That's fine, but you would agree it's a
staple.
Yeah,
it's a Thanksgiving staple.
Yeah.
Now, my 2 favorites are apple pie, which to me, apple pie a la mode is.
And that's your favorite for Thanksgiving?
It's just kind of like one. It's not my favorite for Thanksgiving, but it's one of my favorites for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Because who just gets one dessert? One's some kind of freaking loser? Like you got to have multiple desserts.
And you bring up a good point because Thanksgiving is Thursday through Sunday. I think most people would agree.
I mean, people are at least in my family, we make 3 desserts for sure.
Oh, yeah. We have the same, a number of people who are asked to bring desserts. So, no doubt about it.
So, I mean, to me, my absolute favorite is pecan. Hey, what the heck? You're just hitting Facebook and jacking things around. Of course, he does it when I'm talking, but that's okay.
Sorry about that.
But anyway, what I'll say is pecan is where it's at. And I personally make a chocolate bourbon pecan pie that I think you would appreciate.
You lost me at chocolate.
Dude, don't knock it till you try it.
I didn't say I wouldn't try it. I'm just saying you know, you have this in your mind of what something should be, and pecan pie, you know, is that traditional. If you got bourbon in there, I'm good with that, but I'm not opposed to trying it.
I'm just trying to elevate you.
Man, everybody can tell by your dishes tonight. You're trying to elevate everybody, man. My Lord.
Hey, what could I say, dude? I get chefy, dude.
Okay. So it's just you. It's not your whole family. They're all going, what the hell is this?
No, I mean, I think they appreciate it because I'm
Right.
like, I'm doing most of the hard labor here.
Okay. All right.
You know, but I'm going to cook you this pie. If you don't freaking like it,
Making
then,
elevated badass
hey,
pecan pie, and we're going to sprinkle some Godiva chocolate on it.
not on top of it.
Oh,
You
okay.
put it in the,
It's incorporated.
it's incorporated in.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that because pecan has this, you know, with the molasses and the pecans and just that crust and the syrupy chocolate. I'm a chocolate guy, but I'm not sure that's going to complement the pie.
Just wait, okay? Just wait. I'm freaking making this thing.
That's what she said.
I'm making this thing, and you're gonna freaking love it
When am I getting this?
when you're nice to me.
Not for a while. Is what
Oh man,
not for a while.
no. Okay, so yeah, I'll make it for a party in the fall for sure.
Okay,
like, 100%.
Let me jump into a topic that I think you probably spend most of your Thanksgiving Day on.
Okay.
Alcoholic beverages. I mean, sure, this is where you spend most of your day.
It's throughout,
Yeah.
for sure. I mean,
But if we accumulated the number of hours spent sipping and drinking versus eating, is it close?
no,
No. The drinking way outdoes the eating.
I mean, you know,
Yeah, that's what I
I
thought.
put on some weight, but I ain't that bad.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But yeah, I mean, like, I think there's always alcohol throughout.
Are you a cocktail guy on Thanksgiving? Are you, you know, traditionally you hear people say Pinot Noir on Thanksgiving. Do you have some other preference that you like? Are you a whiskey guy on Thanksgiving?
Man, I drink a lot of different things.
You could have stopped at I drink a lot. The different things didn't need to be there.
Hey, if I'm cooking at my house, that means I get to pass out at my house.
Okay.
But
Fair enough. Your mom and dad will carry you up to the bed.
my wife will just throw me over her shoulder
Yeah.
and carry me up there. No, I'd say like for me, like I don't know. I like to start out with like a mimosa with like some snacks and stuff like that in the morning. You know?
Okay. Well, here's my question. Do you have a lot of family in town the night before so that you all kind of wake up and start enjoying the day together?
Yeah, my mom and dad are usually in town.
I kind of like that. I like being around family.
So if
when
I
you
cook-
start kicking off the day,
So like in the morning, if I want to wake up in the morning and like cook breakfast or cook some cinnamon rolls or something like that, then you know you can start out with a little prosecco or a little like mimosa or something like that. My dad's more of a Bloody Mary type of person, but you know, and I like Bloody Marys, but I don't know. I feel like you know mimosas tend to start the day out right.
my wife and we both like mimosas, but I'm going to tell you, if we get offered a good Bloody Mary, that's probably where we're going to go.
I mean, I got no qualms with that either. I mean, to each their own,
But wine with the turkey. You don't do whiskey with turkey.
no, I don't.
Okay, so you do wine.
I do wine.
Are you a white wine or are you a Pinot Noir like most people?
Okay, most people don't freaking do it right. But like,
Oh, says this guy.
yeah, it says me.
Okay.
I don't.
Listen up, everybody.
I don't know. Like to me, like if you're gonna do turkey, I might go old world. Like doing something like maybe a Beaujolais or like
I think a Beaujolais is a very good choice. It's in that same kind of family.
maybe you know like a Chianti or
Sangiovese, another good choice.
you know a Barbera or something like, something a little lighter, but like not as goofy and not as, to me, I'm not a big like American Pinot Noir fan. So like, that's just not the way I'm just going to go, generally speaking.
Yeah, I'm not big on American Pinots, but Old World, I'm a fan.
But I could see somebody eating. I could see somebody having like a nice acid forward white wine. I think that would work. And that would cut through some of the fatty components and pair well with the turkey and that kind of thing. But it's really just.
There's not a wrong answer. I mean, you can drink what you like for Thanksgiving. Just traditionally, people have thought with the turkey, a Pinot goes better. Whether it's an American Pinot or an Old World or a Gamay or whatever it might be. I'm a big fan of Sangiovese, so if you ask me, I'd probably have a Sangiovese before I would a Pinot. But again, your palate's your palate. You like what you like, but I was just wondering what you like.
Yeah, and like honestly, I wouldn't be offended by like some kind of red blend from California that wasn't too like over the top, full bodied. That would be okay. I don't know. It's just you can kind of go a bunch of different ways, but I will say, yeah, I'd most likely go with wine.
That's what she said.
Yeah, but I'd most likely go with wine
For dinner.
Yeah, for dinner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cocktails? Are cocktails acceptable for Thanksgiving dinner?
I don't know. I think there's just so much going on. It's hard to, if you're gonna have a cocktail with like a meal, I think you have to be very targeted.
Okay, Glenn Burnett is saying,
yeah, leave out the chocolate. What the hell, Glenn? I thought we were friends.
I agree with Glenn. Leave out the damn chocolate.
Don't knock it till you try it. I'm gonna freaking make you one.
So, Glenn, when you say depends on how you do the turkey, what are you talking about? Depends on how you do the turkey. Reference to what? Drinks that you have with it, or injecting it, or sides that go with it? What are you talking about? If you're there, Glenn.
If you're there, Glenn, are you there?
And I'm going to knock you a little bit, Glenn, on the pumpkin pie from Costco.
What?
Everything's got to be from scratch, my man. Do you disagree with me there? Is there something you can buy store-bought other than rolls?
I mean, now that my wife's making sourdough bread, I don't even know if I can go.
She's
rolls
in charge
anymore.
of rolls.
I don't even know if I can go there anymore.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm trying to think of store-bought. I mean, you can do store-bought preserves with cream cheese. That's about where I'll go with it. Anyway.
Pumpkin pie roll from Costco. He's saying the roll, not the pie. I don't know what the pumpkin
I've never had that. I guess Glenn's going to have to like bring that over or
What's
something.
a pumpkin pie roll? Is this some kind of like a pinwheel or something like that?
Maybe. I've not tried it.
That's interesting. Glenn's one of those guys that might smoke a turkey, might fry a turkey.
I could see him doing that. Yeah.
Or he might do both.
Dude, a dual threat at Thanksgiving, now that is nice. I usually don't have the crowd to support it.
Yeah.
But I have been in situations where there is a fried turkey and like a baked turkey available, or a fried turkey and a smoked turkey available. Yeah, I like that. I like having options.
Here's a question for you. Do you have a theme on Thanksgiving? For dress? Is it a nice dinner where everybody wears, khakis or slacks or nice jeans and a shirt? Or is it like, come in ready to fill up and throw on some sweatpants and get ready to get comfortable?
I can assure you that the latter part is me.
Okay.
However, my folks are kind of like, what do you say, like more the old proper types.
Really?
I mean, they're not proper, but like, I mean, I guess like my dad like thinks that holidays are kind of like, time where you need to put the slacks on and stuff like that.
I'm starting to see where the menu comes from.
My dad's very basic, I can assure you.
I don't know.
But he's just got kind of, like, you grow up in the South, right? And, like, you go to church, you're wearing your khakis.
Khakis?
You're wearing your khakis and
Okay.
you're wearing your button-down shirt.
All right.
Like, that's a thing. Ever since I moved to Texas, I've discovered that you can go to church and wear jeans.
Yeah, so it's acceptable. Well, I would say just jeans in general across business casual America has become acceptable.
Yeah.
As long as they don't have holes in them.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of stuff, yeah. But like, I just say, like,
But we sometimes have a theme. We might be like, wear your favorite football team jersey, college or pro. It might be, wear your favorite funny T-shirt or, something like that. So
I don't think, like, there's really rules in my family about,
not
like, where you
necessarily
wear,
rules. It's just, I guess you'd call it more of a tradition.
To me, I just wear, like, sometimes I wear a T-shirt. Maybe I'll wear, like, if it's cold or, like, something like that, I'll wear, like, like a button-down long sleeve or something like that and roll my sleeves up and stuff.
That's fair enough.
Like, if there's a chill in the air or whatever. But that's kind of, I don't think there's any dress rules. Now, I'm trying to think. Now, what I do like is when it's cold enough on Thanksgiving to where you can have a fire in your house.
That's nice, but down here in
It's rare.
Yeah,
It's
in Houston.
rare.
All right, Glenn is sending us some what looks to be some links to some different recipes and things. We'll have to look at these. I can't click on them right now, but we'll definitely check them out when we get off the show. I see you, Glenn. Trouble sending over Facebook. Totally get that.
Yep.
But we'll check them out. Pumpkin rolls at Costco is what he's showing me on one of them.
I guess I'm going to have to try these.
Yeah, you know what? I trust Glenn's palate. He's got a pretty good palate. He likes good food. So I will trust him well and definitely pick these up and see if they're as mind-blowing as he says they are. And this other link, I can't quite make out. Let's see, pumpkin pie roll. Okay, same thing. I think it's just still the pumpkin pie roll.
Now,
So
this
we'll
is going to be way fancy and way over the top.
What's that?
But Yana has made, my wife, has made a pecan pie cheesecake, meaning like it's half cheesecake, half pecan pie on top.
That sounds really rich. I mean, it's already rich just being a pecan pie with all the
Yeah, it's super rich, but it is good. I you're gonna eat it in small quantities, but it is pretty good. What?
That's what she said.
Sorry. Is that bad?
Maybe.
Maybe not.
Anyway, that's fancy. That's fancy Thanksgiving. So don't worry about that.
Okay. All right, here we go. You ready for another question? And I don't want you to think real long about this. I want it to be like just a snap. Boom. Hear the question. Give me an answer. I don't want to pause.
Do you know what my spirit animal is?
What's your spirit animal?
A sloth.
So you're going to take a while. Can you be quick on this one?
Yes, go ahead.
That's what she said.
Go ahead.
All right, you ready? I'm just going to go real quick.
All right, let's do it.
Name the one person who comes every year that you wish wouldn't. Come on.
I don't know, my cat.
I'm just trying to be funny with that one.
Okay.
I thought you might scream out a name, and I would be able to got you recorded and
Gotcha.
everything. All right, here's a question. Can Christmas decorations be up in your house before you celebrate Thanksgiving?
No.
Is there an exception to that rule?
Nope.
An exception to that rule.
No.
Let me give you what I think might be an exception, and you can tell me if you might change your mind.
Okay.
Okay. Let's say, for a matter of fact, this year for our family, Thanksgiving is in Dallas. We are in Houston. Mm-hmm. It is tradition for us when we host Thanksgiving that when people leave the next day, that weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we put up Christmas decorations. If we know we're going to be out of town for that whole weekend, and we're not doing Thanksgiving at our house, is it unacceptable to have those decorations up before we head out of town for Thanksgiving?
In my mind, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought I was going to persuade you for sure. I thought you were
No.
like, oh, okay, for that reason.
I'm a hard liner when it comes to this.
Okay, you got to give me a reason why. Why would you stand so hard there?
Dude, it's a slippery fucking slope, okay? Like, sorry for dropping the F-bomb.
You seem a little angry on
You know,
this
like,
topic.
but like, dude, I started seeing Christmas decorations before Halloween this year. Like, it's too much. It's too much. The more we like press this limit.
Let me give Glenn. We are drinking the. This was the gift shop pick by Brent Elliott, the Masters distiller over at Four Roses. It's the OESF is what we're drinking.
Yeah,
Right now.
10-year, 6 month.
And Glenn is okay with the decorations, man. He says that's fine.
Okay, well, good for Glenn. I mean, that's
So
just
2-on-1 makes it right.
No.
Glenn, just so you know, when next time we're together, you got to try this. These two picks, this Ezra Brooks and this Rebel.
You know, you could try them when you're hanging Christmas decorations before Thanksgiving.
Glenn might come over and help me.
Okay.
There you go.
Anyway,
Just saying.
some people are crazy. This person is crazy to my right.
I really think it's perfectly acceptable if you're not going to be in town. If I'm hosting Thanksgiving, I'm going to have this Thanksgiving vibe going on because I know I have when they leave after, I can still put up my Thanksgiving.
Hey, I mean, you know, some people think it's perfectly acceptable for two male friends to sit right next to each other in an empty movie theater.
Right here. What's wrong with that?
Yeah,
Like
okay.
this.
Yeah.
That's not all right?
I mean, whatever you want to do, I guess, but it's not for me.
Okay. All right. You ready for the next question? This is going to be the final one for this episode.
The quick
on
one?
Thanksgiving.
Is this a quick one?
That's what she said.
Okay. And Glenn is in our chat, so let's see what his answer is as well. And anybody who jumps in the chat. Favorite way to enjoy leftovers after Thanksgiving?
Oh.
And it could be just the way you eat the turkey. Maybe you like the stuffing. Maybe there's whatever it is. What's your favorite way, and what is your favorite leftover to eat after Thanksgiving?
You go first.
I'm asking you.
All right. So I have my way, and then I have the open my eyes to something way.
Okay, I'll go ahead and answer. I'm just kidding.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
All right.
That.
So traditional.
Okay.
I need white bread.
See, wrong. Wrong. Already wrong. And I'm going to call you out just like that.
Why?
Because there better be high quality rolls at the dinner. And those rolls then become the vessel for leftover turkey sandwiches.
No, I'm okay with that. But there's something about simplicity of like turkey.
Oh, man.
Okay, you know, like everybody's got their own, you know, different folks, different strokes, you know, like that kind of thing.
Can I interrupt you and tell you what Glenn has suggested?
What? Make a waffle. Oh my God. Okay, you're talking about me being chefy. Look at this fucking guy.
Make a waffle out of the mashed potatoes. Top that with the sliced turkey, some gravy, cranberry. That sounds pretty legit.
I mean, it sounds delicious. Wait till I spit my secondary option to you.
Okay, I'm listening.
What my wife does, and she's even more chefy than I am. Trust me. She gets a wonton wrapper, and will
The dressing?
she'll take some turkey. She'll
Okay.
take some dressing. She'll take some mashed potatoes, and she'll put like a thin layer of the cranberry sauce. Wraps it up in a wonton wrapper, fries it, and uses the turkey gravy as the dipping sauce.
That's a turkey bomb, man. That's a Thanksgiving bomb is what I would call that.
It's freaking good.
I've never heard of that, but it sounds delicious, minus the cranberry.
You'd like it in this.
That's what she said.
Hey,
Just saying.
anyway, like this is like I'm just telling you, your mind will be like this is amazing.
I'm a simple guy. You guys make all this fancy stuff, man.
I said, I'm nothing compared to my wife. She's the chefiest of chefs.
To me, simple. Keep it simple, stupid. All I want is that nice roll. It needs to be a nice roll. I need to kind of warm it up and put a little butter and toast in it. It's fine. With the sliced turkey on there. But before the turkey, mayo.
Obviously.
I'm a mayo guy.
You're not a savage.
Russian's not a fan of mayo, but I am.
Okay.
I don't think.
No, they don't have like a whole part of their supermarket devoted to it.
Saying. So, bun, toasted, I prefer. That little crunch on there. Mayo, good lathering of the mayo. And then I want a little of that turkey. Sprinkle a little salt. Other end of the bun, still lathered with the mayo. That's all I need. Done. Boom. Good to go. You know what my side is with that? Chex Mix.
Okay, you lost me there, but
Come on,
I will say, everything on that sandwich sounds delicious.
Well, it's simple. But I want to ask you this, since you said I lost you right there.
Uh-huh.
When's the last time a hoity-toity like you had Chex Mix?
I mean, recently?
Really? No, I'm talking about homemade holiday pretzels, pecans, all the fixings. I put Cheerios in mine too. Just so
really?
Yeah, Cheerios.
For the cheer?
For the cheer. Everybody wants to be cheerful. Don't be the Grinch, dude.
I mean, I don't know if I've had that in a while, but I've cracked open a bag of Chex Mix recently.
Turkey pot pie. Glenn, are you telling me you make a homemade crust or you just go buy a crust and make a turkey pot pie? I could see with the stuffing and if you put a crust and you kind of stuff that with some, I probably would just go with the stuffing turkey and some gravy in there with the crust. I don't know that I would want anything else. I wouldn't want any green beans or cranberry in my turkey pot pie. But Glenn, a turkey pot pie sounds...
That sounds pretty tasty.
I'm curious there.
I'm a fan of pot pie in general.
So am I.
So man, if you had, if he was the one who did the smoked turkey, that would add just another layer of flavor.
I would agree with that.
Holy moly! Hell yeah, homemade. He said it, dude. He's making that crust.
Okay, Glenn. Here's my question for you. Are you in town this year for Thanksgiving? I mean,
geez.
We might need this brought over, my man. I'll pour you a few pours and you serve up a turkey pot pie. That sounds delicious.
It does sound good.
Yeah, it does.
I'll have Yana make the.
I can't hear you.
I'll have Yana make the egg rolls. The Thanksgiving egg rolls.
I would like to try those too. Now here's a big issue for me. It's got to be a homemade gravy. These people who buy the jar gravy.
Oh God, get out of here!
Hey, it's a very common thing.
Hey,
jar gravy is a common thing. Make a gravy.
Hey, if you particularly
buy some beef stock, some flour, some butter, make a gravy.
Particularly if you did an oven roasted turkey,
you have the juices already right there.
You make that gravy out of those juices, and then you're good to go. Like I can get.
Damn, man, Glenn's out of town.
Oh,
when do you come back? Because I'll save some. And have it ready for you to make a turkey pot pie.
Well, if it's a fresh turkey, you can freeze it.
Yeah.
No, I'd say, yeah, I'm with you, Glenn. Get out of here with pre-made gravy.
I agree, man. That sucks. It's got to be homemade gravy.
Who does that?
About 99% of America. Why do you think you go look on the shelf like 2 days before Thanksgiving, and there will be no gravy, and there will be no boxes of what they call dressing, stuffing, gone.
I mean, that's sad.
Huh?
That's sad. Make your own shit, man. Come on.
I agree.
Dude, don't get me wrong. I mean, there's a time and a place for store-bought, but not Thanksgiving. in my opinion, at least.
100% with you.
But yeah, like as far as gravy goes, dude, if you got the drippings, you got to go. Now, if you have a fried turkey, I understand that's going to be a different situation. So just go buy some broth or something.
That's
like
what I say.
that.
Just use a beef broth, some flour, some butter, and get it started there.
But I think that's another argument for the oven roasted turkey is you get all the juices from the oven roasted.
That's the other reason for the argument for an oven roasted turkey for stuffing, not dressing. All that flavor coming into that.
Oh, you can create flavor in dressing too.
Bullshit. What's that?
I mean, dude, I like now with my dressing, I like a spicy sausage and sage and apples.
You like a what?
A big
Spicy what?
a kielbasa.
That's what she said.
Okay. Glenn said smoked. What are we talking about, Glenn? Smoked.
Who's gotta go smoke turkey?
Are you smoking that turkey or are you smoking that turkey pot pie?
He's talking turkey.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'm trying to decide if I prefer a Reese's peanut butter cup with wine. It's not bad with whiskey.
I told you desserts fucking kick ass.
Pretty good with whiskey. Pretty much a fan right there.
Yeah. Okay, whiskeys are good with appetizers and desserts.
Turkey. So Glenn, do you always do a smoked turkey, or do you change it up? Does Taryn ever do one in the oven, or are you always in charge of cooking the bird? We're gonna just wait patiently and see what he says.
Sure, why not?
He's typing right now. I promise you, he's typing. Okay, maybe he's not typing. What do you got going on?
No, I mean, I think we've talked about it. Everybody has different Thanksgiving traditions and things like that.
I can't hear you.
Really?
Sorry.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, I'm gonna get close to the elevated mic here, which is a thing.
You sound so good right now.
Do I?
Sound really good.
Thanks. I'll talk in my sexy voice from now on. Well, let me tell you what I think about gravy.
When are you going to start? Talking in your sexy voice. Oh, you were. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah. So anyway, well, what can we say? Thanksgiving rocks. There it is.
This has been my favorite of the night.
I like the Ezra Brooks. I really like this the Rebel though.
Yeah.
I was saved by the bourbon.
See, even Glenn said I can hear Matt better now. I'm glad I could help you out.
He said he had Ivan. Oh boy.
He's hiding his chub.
Well, let me tell you something there, Glenny boy.
Now you're just trying to tease a guy.
I do it when I walk in a room, baby.
Just natural. You don't even try.
You know,
Just comes natural.
just oozing.
Some guys call it a gift. You call it a curse. You hate it.
Yeah,
Damn
that's
shit.
it. That's it, man. That's it.
I figured that's what it was.
Oh my god. Well,
That's
all right.
Thanksgiving.
Hey, freaking right, man.
But we would both agree that Thanksgiving goes from Thursday to Sunday.
Yeah, it's the whole weekend.
It's a whole weekend. It's not
the whole extended weekend.
And
yeah.
I absolutely feel bad for and thank the employers of the people who don't get Thursday through Sunday off. There's a certain group of people, whether you work in a grocery store, a mall, or things like that, that are excluded from that. But employers who are a Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 type of job that make you come in on Friday, they're wrong.
Yeah, but they have to make money on that Friday.
They're not making money. Nobody else is working.
Well, I get that, but like the Black Friday stuff. No?
No longer exists. It's all on Prime, and
I'll tell that to people
Walmart.
waiting in line at Walmart.
I want you to send video of people waiting in line at Walmart.
I'm not going to do it because I'm going to be asleep.
Okay.
I'm going to be asleep till I can wake up the next morning and have another Bloody Mary.
You do that on Thursday morning, Friday morning, Saturday morning, and Sunday morning?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
What about you?
I'm going to try to keep up.
Okay.
It's pretty impressive that you have that going on.
You know, there's a regiment.
Yeah.
Some people need that regiment in their life.
You can't build up tolerance unless you start practicing.
Oh, my God.
So.
All right.
All right. Well, that's our Thanksgiving episode. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We look forward to seeing you on the next one. This is Food, Wine, and Whiskey, and we are out. Thanks, everybody, for listening to this episode of Food, Wine, and Whiskey in Your Own Backyard. And until our next episode, enjoy your next pour.